Hey everybody, it's Gray again. It's another edition of Unbreakable podcast. It is Wednesday, November the 6th. Hump day. Well, that sucked. That, what the hell? Coco's here with me, and he said, can't believe what happened in the elections. You know what? I'm not as sad, not as depressed as I thought it would be. Uh, sure, I'm sad. Sure, I want Kamala Harris to win, but it is what it is. And unlike some other people, we accept the results. So when you lose with grace and dignity, and you go on, right? Um, Hopefully things are going to be okay. I mean, you know, a lot of us didn't survive the first Trump administration, sadly, but a lot of us did, and we're still here, and we'll be here 4 years from now. And it was democracy at its best. We keep talking about saving democracy. That was democracy last night. The people spoke. And so there's no reason for the Republicans and Donald Trump to want to get rid of the Constitution or change it. Why? Democracy spoke last night. No one had an issue, of course. Since Trump won, he won't say it was rigged. Of course not. So there's no reason to change things, right? And you just gotta hope that all the bluster of the campaign was just that bluster, and that Trump has a chance now to do the right thing. He's not getting any younger. To he has a chance now to do something really good for the country and leave his legacy. He could screw it up. He'd be a butthead again, or he could really try this time. Do things for us, for the people. Um, for older people like myself, leave Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Problem now is it looks like, well, he definitely is going to have the Senate. He might have the House too. And he's got that Supreme Court, which we will talk about. So, and unlimited power, which they granted him. So there are no guardrails. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do. He's a king. He's a king. So we just gotta hope that he has enough common sense to do the right things, or we just gotta hope he puts the right people around him that will give him the right release. Because let's face it, whether you voted for him or not, whether you're white, black, Latino, Asian, whatever, this is the guy who controls the nuclear codes, okay? And that's a scary thought. So, but it's too soon to talk about. I see a lot of people on X say, well, Kamala did this, did that. You know what? It's over. It's over. I think a couple things come to mind for me. I think number one, Joe Biden should have never ran for a second term. When I voted for Joe Biden back in 2020, I thought he was going to be the bridge to the next generation. He was going to get us through Donald Trump, past the pandemic, and be the bridge to the future. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, he decided to run again, and that screwed things up because we would have known that cognitively and physically he would clot so much. Now, he did a lot of great things for the country, but unfortunately, he's going to leave office not as revered as he could have been. And I say that because people will say, you could talk about all the other elections you want to, and I've been alive a long time. Abortion affects a lot of people, but high grocery bills affects everyone. The kitchen table, as they say, the kitchen table agenda, is just high grocery prices, which Biden was never able to get a handle on. Unfortunately, people have short memories. They don't remember the Trump administration, how he screwed up COVID. But just people just want change. That's basically so. Unfortunately, Joe Biden decided to run again. Maybe it was power. I don't know. But 2020, looking back on it, he should have just said, hey, I had my one term. Now let's have the primaries and let's pick the best candidate to go against Donald Trump. And that did happen. Plus, add to the fact that Kamala Harris only had, 3 months to get ready for this. It was just so screwed. Bad timing because Biden started losing it. And just was a mess. Just a mess. And people, somebody made an interesting point today on TV that you saw Donald Trump every day. He was out there every day. He was everywhere. And the thing is, even though you may not like him, you're familiar with him. And it's that whole thing, the devil you know, as opposed to the devil you don't, please. So people said, okay, we don't like his language, we don't like what he does. He's a felon, which a convicted felon in the first place shouldn't be allowed to run for president of the United States. But but people obviously said we're going to forget all that. Hopefully we'll go back to lowering prices and go from there. Republicans have no excuse because they have all the power. So the Democrats, on the other hand, those same people, another interesting point, seems like more and more people are becoming independent, which means that you're not tied down to one party. You can do what you please. And so these so-called free agents in voting, if Trump doesn't live up to his word by bringing down prices, sealing the border, whatever he's promised to do, they can turn on him too in another 4 years. You got to remember, Trump is a lame duck. So he's going to want to try to get as much done in the first 2 years of his administration, because the last 2 years, he's on his road. So, it really doesn't do any good to say, yes, Latinos showed up for Trump, Blacks showed up for Trump. I hate these people on TV and on Twitter playing the race card, saying, well, Blacks showed up, brother. Who cares? Harris lost. And you could talk about, Blacks did show up for Trump too, because 21% of Wisconsin Blacks voted for Trump. So, but why point the fingers there? So, young people didn't show up like they should have for Harris. The Taylor Swift effect really did take effect. It did. Now, maybe because she urged her Swiftie followers to register and vote, but never actually told them who to vote for. And, maybe, rural America was making a statement again, saying, hey, enough of Hollywood, George Clooney picking the candidates. We're here, we have a say. You got to give them credit. They showed up. They showed up to vote for Trump, rural America. And Kamala Harris's demographics did not show up. That's bottom line. But it's not just rural America. He got more votes in Brooklyn, Detroit, Philly. She didn't get as much even as President Biden got in 2020. So that tells you. I think the main thing that doomed her, 2 things. Number one, she never separated herself from President Biden. I know that was a tricky thing to do. She wanted to stay loyal to him. She is his vice president, but she went on The View that time and she said she couldn't think of anything offhand that she would do differently than President Biden. That was a disaster because people wanted change, whether she heard them or not, about the grocery bills, inflation, immigration. It seemed like she wasn't here. That's the thing. It seemed like she wasn't in touch. The other thing that doomed her was, I think, being in Pennsylvania, not picking Josh Shapiro as her running. Pennsylvania was the key to winning the election. And if she would pick Josh Shapiro, who's a popular governor here, she would have done a lot better. The Keystone State a lot better. Nothing against Tim Walz, but nobody really knew who Tim Walz was. I mean, they struggled to win Minnesota, for God's sakes, his home state. It was a no-brainer to pick Josh Shapiro. Why she picked Walz? Maybe she was afraid of the backlash because Shapiro was Jewish. I don't know, but I think that was a bad mistake. But she speaks tonight. Probably will concede. I'm sure she'll do it with grace. But unfortunately, she will fade away into history, like Hillary Clinton. And just the sad thing is, our country isn't ready for a female president, although we should be. For a woman of color, although we should be. Trump tapped in, unfortunately, to a lot of the fascist, racist, sexist ideas that are still out there. He tapped into young men, white young men. He knew who to tap into. Like I said, a lot of people said Trump's crazy. He's not crazy. He's not crazy. He's sly as a fox. He's not crazy. He knows what he's doing, as we saw. And I think a lot of people, including Kamala Harris and the Democrats, underestimated him again. Dems did not learn their lesson from 2016. They just didn't. Hopefully, this is a wake-up call for the Democrats, and they'll come back strong. Maybe the midterms in 2026 will give us an indication of where we're heading. But after that, 2 years of Trump again, maybe people will be ready for a change again. But to me, people are just going to live their lives and do what they do anyway. You're going to wake up in the morning, you're going to go to work, you're going to do your podcast, you're going to do what you need to do anyway, right? So you just got to hope that people did the right thing and things don't change too much, because it's been a nice country where we were free, had a lot of liberties. Maybe America took our freedoms for granted. Yeah, I'm just saying. Think about the founding fathers, what they put in place, the Constitution and all the laws. And then I think about my dad, who fought the Nazis over in Europe in World War II, and the sacrifices that were made by so many people in the years. I would be ashamed if we just throw it all away. And isn't it ironic? 248 years ago, we separated from England because we didn't want to be ruled by a king. Well, now America has elected that wants to be ruled by a king again. No figure. And I hear you about Russia being involved. I wouldn't doubt it. But as we said about Trump, unless there's proof, you can't do much. And now that Trump has the Congress backing him, has the Supreme Court backing him, has unlimited power, even if you find proof, what are you going to do? The last thing I heard that people are saying about Joe Biden, he does have unlimited power. The Supreme Court gave him that power. And will he use it? what will we do? Because, excuse me, you know for sure that once Trump gets in, he's going to use, you just watch and see, he's going to use that unlimited power. And there goes Coco. So President Biden has 2 more months in office. Will he use that power? What will he do? Will he try to limit the damage before democracy fades away? We'll see. It'll be interesting. But I just think the Democrats underestimated the Republicans once again. Democrats are too soft. They allowed Trump to walk all over, and he's walked all over him again. So I'm disappointed by life coach. And it goes on for Coco too, there's my buddy. And it goes on this weekend for the Eagles, who play down in Dallas. Don't forget it's Dallas week. And we got to beat the Cowboys. We got to take our frustration out somehow. We got to beat the Cowboys this week. And get ready to play Washington next Thursday night at the Look. 2 big games in the next 8 days for the Eagles. So we'll see what happens. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'll be back again tomorrow or soon. We're going to do a TV classic in a week soon. We need a new one. I'm going to do so. Everybody hang in there and have faith. Things will get better. And peace and love to everybody. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks.